Hey guys, welcome to the Truthfully Me Podcast by your host, Stef Kirby. For those of you that know me, yes, Steph did something new again. We did YouTube in 2019. We did music in 2020, 2021? I don't even know. And yes, we're doing a podcast. For those who don't know me, hello, this is my podcast. You're probably wondering, why is this girl doing a podcast? What is she doing now? Listen, y'all, I got so many things that I wanted to talk about in my music, and I just couldn't find a creative way to have you guys read through the lines and send these subliminal messages of like, there's hope and light at the end of the tunnel. So I said, you know what? Scratch that. We're not doing it. And I've contemplated, what could I do? Because talking on my Snapchat, it's not cutting it. Like, we're not going to continue to talk on Snapchat to my 10 people. I needed to do something bigger and better. And I've felt this little voice in my ear tell me, Steph, do a podcast. And so I said, you know what? We're doing a podcast. I got a lot to say, y'all. For those that don't know me and do know me, you probably, if you're real close to me, you already know my journey. But if you're semi-close to me or not close to me at all, you have not even the slightest of the idea of the things that I want to share. And that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to empower those who are ready to embrace their truth and use their God-given voices. So that's what I'm here to do. I want to empower those who are ready to embrace their truth and use their God-given voices. Just the same way I am doing now, I'm using my God-given voice to spread light and positivity and share my testimony, my stories, my trials, my tribulations. And I'm hoping that I can just touch just one person's heart. And I can either bring you to the light of the end of the tunnel, or just bring you closer to God the same way that I was brought closer to Him. We're going to start off every single podcast episode of mine with a Bible verse. And today we are reading Philippians 1:6. We're getting right into it, y'all. Philippians 1:6 reads, "We don't have to pretend to be perfect, to have it all together. We hold on to Jesus, knowing that He is holding on to us." One more time. We don't have to pretend to be perfect, to have it all together. We hold on to Jesus, knowing He is holding on to us. And I'm going to give y'all some backstory. I grew up in the church, right? My father took my brother and I to church every single Sunday. I knew God and I knew better, and I knew what I should be doing as a daughter of Jesus, right? And at some point in my life, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. I tried living in two different worlds. I wanted to be cool and go party with my friends. I graduated high school. I'm an adult now. I pay my own bills now. Let's go out. Let's go drink. Let's go get a section. Let's waste our money. And little by little, I started to forget. I forgot to pray. I forgot to thank God. I forgot to be grateful. I forgot to be who I knew I was called to be. And things went left, all right? Things went left. Things started to go wrong in my lifetime. And I was lost for about 6-7 years. I've been graduated how long? About 6-7 years. I would say that's accurate. I would say that's pretty accurate. About 6 or 7 years, I was just lost. It wasn't even about living in two different worlds. I was living in the world. Okay, child. And one thing about God is when you have accepted Him into your heart, do you think He's going to let you just wander off into the woods and not call for your name? Do you really think that you can just be saved by Christ and you can just walk away And he's not going to be like, excuse you, get back here right now. Baby, you got another thing coming. So that's what happened. Bump after bump, error after error, setback after setback. And here I am. Why me? Why me? What did I do? I'm a good person, right? I'm a good person. Why me? I cried everything. I cried wolf. But what I didn't cry for was Jesus. And that's where I messed up. So while he's calling for me, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna go out for a drink. I'm stressed. I'm gonna go out for a drink. I'm gonna go drink my sorrows away and spend the money that I'm literally crying that I don't have. What logic? And one day it was just like he said, enough. Get back here right now. You're grounded. No, I'm kidding. But it was a calling that I could never even describe. And you don't get that confused. You don't get God's voice confused with anything. There's nothing that compares to that feeling that you get in your heart, in your soul, in your mind. You feel it and you know where it came from. You know, child, where it came from. And when I got that feeling, I said, I'm done. I surrender. Jesus, take the wheel. Literally, please. I'm not even trying to be funny right now. Take the wheel, because I cannot do this. I can't do it. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't even know who I am at this point. And I had left a toxic situation. I moved to Texas, and I was still, in the world. I was still in the world. But I just knew like that was not fulfilling me. I did not belong there. I should not be here. I said nope. I end up fast forward. I'm in my now relationship. It was new at the time, and I said, you know what? I'm going back. I'm going back to Florida. I'm coming back, honey. I'm coming home. And I did. I came home. I came back to where I'm currently my boyfriend now. I came back to him here in Florida. And started fresh, got a new apartment, struggled, had a bed on the floor, but I was grateful. And when I threw my hands up and I told my boyfriend, listen, I need to get back into Christ. I need to go back to church. I need to, like, I have to. There's no other choice. There's no other option. I'm done. I'm done with the tears. I'm done with these trials. I'm done with the test. I'm done. Like, I'm over it. And he knew of God. He did not know God. I won't share his testimony. That is completely up to him. I want to get him on one of my episodes, and I would hope that he would want to share with y'all the same type of story. But we did it together. I did not pressure him, though. I promise y'all. He came following a little bit after me. But the point is that when I personally surrendered, things immediately changed. I mean, immediately. And I warned him the things that would happen, and they shifted. Things shifted for the both of us, but for the better. And it helped bring us closer to where we are today and be as grateful as we are today. And we finally saw the light at the end of the tunnel in a world full of evil, in a world full of deceit, full of people that want to be better than everybody, full of pride, malintentions. And it's just one of those things that I will never turn back. So for me, it is important that I let you guys know this is a podcast where we will talk about God. We sure will. And we will open every episode with a Bible verse. I will share every single story that I have gone through again, because I want you guys to know that you're not alone. You have gone through whatever you've gone through, and that's not the end of your story. There's more. I mean, you are in just one chapter. Keep reading, baby girl. Flip the page and see what awaits for you at the end of that book. Because I guarantee you, it's a series. There's another one. Surprise. So, yeah, I want to share my trials, my tribulations, my testimonies. I want to let loose, y'all. I have been a clam my whole life. I've gone through so many things in my life that, I relate to people from all ages, 17 to 46. And that's another reason why I started this podcast, is because I'm like, I got a voice that I feel God has put me through so many situations where I can relate to people on purpose. I mean, did it feel good going through it to where I am able to relate? Absolutely not. But now that I've moved past it, I've realized I'm either meant to be a therapist or I'm meant to have a podcast and just open my mouth and say what I got to say and touch the hearts of people that need these words of wisdom that I have. So when I realized, like, I'm everybody's rock, I'm everyone's security blanket, I'm everyone's shoulder to cry on, and why do I relate to every single thing that y'all are presenting to me? And I'm like, you know what? When I went through it, this is what I did. I have been a therapist to my own parents, okay? And that's no shade to my parents, because I love them, but it's just crazy. Like, how is your daughter able to tell you how? It doesn't even make sense. But it does at the same time, because again, I know I was meant to go through these things because I am meant to help people in one way or another. I thought I was supposed to be a vet, but I can't fathom just a poor little animal depending on me for life. I can't do that. I thought maybe I should be a teacher, but honestly, I can't do that either. I thought maybe I'm meant to be a therapist, but nah. Nah. So the podcast is the next best thing. Like I said, I already tried the music and I couldn't seem to get a grip on that. I still will probably do music on the side, but it just won't be where I share my story, my full story. Yeah, once I realized that I've been able to relate to a bunch of people, I said, listen, this has to come out, because there's probably so many more. Like, this is just within my circle. There's people that don't really know me, but they follow me on social media. And I had one girl that I went to high school with. We had one class together, and honestly, I think she skipped. I don't remember actually like seeing her in the class a lot, but we were cordial, right? And one day she told me that she's watched my journey. She's watched where I was and where I am today. And I have inspired her. I didn't even know people like really watched what I posted. Because sometimes I just have one of those days and I want to be negative so bad. But I'm like, you know what? No. Hello, Snapchat. Have you ever had this type of day? I didn't think people watched that. So I'm like, this is such a small platform. Imagine how many people I could touch, because Snapchat is intimate, right? So this is just going everywhere. Anybody can see this. People from Australia might be able to see this, and that'd be dope. What is this? Hold on, y'all. Something's happening with my... We're still good. We're recording. But yes, so if I could touch people in Australia and they can hear my voice, great. Love you, Australia. The other point that I wanted to say, the purpose of this podcast is because I've been that rock for everybody, because I've been that shoulder to lean on for everybody, I have naturally told myself that I have to continue to be strong, and I can't be weak. I can't be vulnerable, because these people depend on me. Like, these people look at me and they're like, Stef is so strong. And I've been told that. How are you so strong? How do you get through this? How do you do that? Baby, by crying as soon as we leave this session, because now I'm thinking about all the things, and here I am crying in my car. I dealt with it in silence, but I have healed. I've cried all the tears. I could talk about my stories all day and not one tear will show, because I've healed myself in the dark. I've healed myself in silence. And I shouldn't say by myself, because at the end of the day, God was always there and he never left my side. And thank you, Jesus, glory to God, because that's the truth, right? I could never, ever do any of that by myself. So But again, because I've been that rock and I've told myself that I have to be strong, I don't think I share enough about what I've been through, what I had to overcome. And if I do, I give the skinny. I'm just, because when people come to me and I'm like, I've been through this, I don't go into detail because this isn't about me. I just want you to know I relate. I understand. I've been there, but I've never poured out. I'd never make it about me because it's about you. You're coming to me. You need me. I didn't come to you. So I knew better. And like I said, I just became this brick wall. And I don't want to be a brick wall anymore. And for anybody who is also the brick wall, it's okay to be in your soft girl era. Like, we're not meant to be Terminator every day. If you gotta cry, let it out. Like, if you're hurt about something, let them know why. Why are you sacrificing your peace for someone else's comfortability? Cut it. And this is why I made the podcast, because I'm going to give you the confidence that you need to just cut it. Cut that cord. Let it go. Tell them how it is. Respectfully, gracefully, because we're not disrespectful over here. But what I will say to close this out, because it seems like everything wants me to shut down anyway, there will be lots of stories I know y'all will be able to relate to. There will be lots of fun episodes. They're not all going to be about life lessons. They're going to be some fun times. I want you guys to listen to this on the way to work in the morning. This is your cup of joe. Or on the way back from work going home, and let's see what Steph got to say. Maybe you had a bad day. Maybe I'll say something that you just really need to hear. You never know. So tune in. I will be having guests on here. I have no idea who they're going to be. No idea what we'll talk about. But I think it's important to not only hear my stories, my journey, my personal diary, to be quite honest, but other people as well, because maybe they went through something that I didn't personally go through, and maybe that's the person's voice that you need to hear. And I'm just the outlet providing, their knowledge, their wisdom to you. So I think it's important, yes, to have guests on here. We'll talk about being independent, taking your voice back, taking your power back, forgiving people, how I forgave certain people, why I forgave certain people, lots of things. So, but yeah, I am excited for what doors and opportunities and which hearts and ears this platform gets to, even if it's just one that's good enough for me. Yeah, I'm excited, and I hope y'all are excited. And for my next episode, now we're going to have some tea, and we're going to talk about a Bible verse in the beginning. So maybe if you have a Bible, you can highlight along with me, because there are going to be some good ones, all right? So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next episode. Until next time.